As you've seen there at the beginning of the video, I'm showing off some of my Acheron or Acheron merchandise. You hear it pronounced both ways, it doesn't really matter. But I just want to make this video and give my unholy praises to the band Acheron and show and tell some of the recent merchandise that we have purchased. But before I continue, let me take this badass hoodie off because I am burning up. So excuse me while I slip into something a little bit more comfortable. Okay, that's much better. Underneath I was wearing my Rotting Christ t-shirt. I've been a metalhead. I love rock and roll, hard rock, soft rock, it doesn't matter. Metal, different genres of metal all of my life. Those of you who are familiar with the things I say in my videos, I am an ex-Christian. I was a Christian for almost 40 fucking years and walked away from that, and I got more into the occult and metaphysical and even quantum physics aspects of things. And in so doing, I come across a band called Acheron or Acheron, named after a mythical river, and kind of like the river Styx. And I had never even heard of the band, but through the years as a Christian, I would have never listened to them anyway because of the satanic lyrics and things like that. And now I'm free of all those sorts of things, and even tongue-in-cheek call myself a Satanist or a Luciferian for that matter. And I do lean towards Laveyan Satanism, non-theistic Satanism, Luciferianism, and things like that. My wife and I both do. We're both ex-Christians, and we're into heathenry, paganism, Satanism, Luciferianism, and but not anything specific. We're just interested in anything that helps us to focus our minds. The archetypes of like Satan, Lucifer, or Pan, or Kuranos, the horned gods, or any of them. It could be any of the old pagan or heathen gods, Tyr, it can be Loki, it can be Odin or Wotan, it can be Astaroth, it can be Astarte, it can be Ishtar, it can be any of those gods, Shiva, Kali, doesn't matter. They're archetypes to us now. We just understand them as they are all states of mind, not actual beings, entities, or deities. With that said, when I discovered Acheron, they'd been around for quite a long time. And Vincent Crowley and found his channel. And again, I listen to music, and I've gotten to where I listen to Acheron just about every day. The unholy spirituals and hymns of hell, because I really like the lyrics, but also because Vincent Crowley, the lead singer and, well, the bassist in the band as well, the man behind the band, not to take away credit from all the different guitarists and drummers and stuff he's had in his band through the years, but he is a legitimate ex-member of Anton Lavey's Church of Satan. He was a high priest in the Church of Satan. What I understand from interviews and such, because I don't know the man personally, although I'm sure he's a cool guy and I probably enjoy hanging out with him, talking to him about music and Satanism and all sorts of things like that. He says, from what I understand his interviews, that he walked away from it because of the political correctness that was trying, and the wokeness that was trying to enter into an organization that considered itself adversarial, as Satan or Shaitan is Aramaic for adversary. Now, myself being an ex-Christian, if I wasn't like an ex-Christian, an ex-hardcore religious Christian, if I wasn't one, then Satanism wouldn't be a tool for me. It wouldn't be a tool of focus, an archetype, Satan or Lucifer. It wouldn't be that. But the way Anton Lavey, his Satanism is the inversion. And so in Christianity, all other gods are considered all demons, right? So in Laveyan Satanism, he takes all that and turns it on its head. And he takes all these demons and things like that, and he makes them into gods, even if some of the demons weren't gods. And he'll make the gods, whereas Christianity would take these gods and turn them all into demons. Satanism and Laveyan Satanism simply sees all these demons as they are, as just states of mind and consciousness and ways of mental flow and focus. Christianity turns all the gods into, the pagan gods into demons. Well, Laveyan Satanism takes all of that and turns it on its head and turns Yahweh or Jehovah into the demon. Kind of like Christian Gnosticism takes Yahweh or Jehovah and makes him into the demiurge and things like that. So anyway, without getting into all that, I just want to celebrate this music because I listen to some Acheron or Acheron every day. I have some of my favorite songs. I have 9 of my favorite songs on my, it'll be on the same playlist, my music with a K playlist, because I'm just a fan. I do like to write lyrics. I've written lyrics before. There was a small local band one time years ago, and I wrote some lyrics for them, and they turned one of the songs into a really cool song that I had wrote the lyrics for, which is poetry. Lyrics is simply poetry. So I do enjoy writing my own lyrics, and now I've been writing some of my own heathenistic and paganistic and satanistic lyrics or poems myself, and maybe someday I can find another band that will take some of my lyrics and turn them into music. But other than that, I'm just like a fan. I'm a fan, that's all. But I wanted to show some things that I have purchased, and you'll see at the beginning of the video. This was the first hoodie I purchased, and I guess it's not really an official release I don't know if Vincent Crowley or Acheron gets any money from this, but I found this one, and I really liked it because of my background as a Christian white racialist. I wasn't a white nationalist. If you watch some of my videos, you already know the story. So, and I still love the runes and things like that. So, the symbols that came from the white power movement things. So I really liked this Satanic Supremacy, which was an old album they had. Satanic Supremacy and using the swirl runes and things like that. I have those tattooed here from my past as a white Christian person. But anyway, no longer into any of it. But the point being is, I just still love it. Has the Totenkopf and all that. Well, along with that, I found a patch, which my wife will be sewing on a coat for me. I found this patch. It's like the hoodie, and I really love it, right? And then I found a sticker, and I said, oh man, I gotta have this sticker, right? So I really like that design. But you know, people, they get, you know, people want to make things politically correct, even if it's, you know, Satanism, which is supposed to be adversarial. And one thing I want to make a point. Anton Lavey even talked about his Church of Satan, that he was never looking for it to be mainstream. That wasn't the point of it. To me, Satanist type people have that kind of mindset, whether they call themselves Satanists or not, it's not important, is they're pathfinders. They're very free thinkers. They're not contrary just to be contrary, and they're not rebellious just to be rebels. That's stupid. It's methodical. It's thought out. You can consider it like Nietzsche and being the Ubermensch, being the best Ubermensch that you can be, the best that you can be, pushing through, and it may be going a counter against the grain of the mainstream on something, right? But you genuinely, you're not rebelling just to rebel. It's because you're being your true authentic self, which we find in the occult and metaphysics is very important to be. You need to be your true authentic self. So I don't give a fuck about political correctness. I still have some thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes and states that are not politically correct, but they feel quite natural to me. So that's how I feel about things. Now, when I ordered, let me get this hoodie over here. When I ordered this hoodie right here, this is a really well-made hoodie, right to the black mass. This actually I know this one's official, Kenyan Records. And it has the sigils of some demon sigils on here, such as Lilith, Pazuzu, Mammon, Leviathan, Belial, Beelzebub. Some of the sigils there, it's really, really fucking cool. And I'm a Satanist, which, by the way, is one of my favorite and one of the best straight up Acheron songs you'll ever hear. On the back, it has the prayer, which is part of the lyrics. Really well made, very happy with this hoodie. Probably the only criticism I would give, and yeah, I would have paid even more money, is if he has something cool here on the hood part, you know, on the sides. But other than that, very happy with this. Now, I ordered that from Kenyan Records, and then I was looking at some stuff. Vincent Crowley had just recently put up a video talking about some more merchandise, and so I clicked on the link, and I was telling my wife, I said, man, you know, I was looking at this stuff, and I was like, this is really cool stuff, you know. And I love, my family knows that I collect flags, patches, flags that are politically incorrect, patches that are politically incorrect, and I love stickers and politically incorrect stickers and things like that. That's my 3 main things I really like to collect. So I was telling my wife, I said, man, I really like these stickers. Well, she ordered these stickers, and this is a Right to the Black Mass. It looks like a CD face, but it's It is a sticker like that, like the official from Black Mass, Rites of the Black Mass. But the stickers are really, really good quality. And so she bought me, my sweet wife bought me 5 Acheron stickers, which are really good quality. They're really worth it if you're like me, you're a sticker freak. And then she got me 2 of these right here, which I am so excited about. I'm going to put one of these on my pickup truck. And then she bought me, can you hear this? It's really well made, I think. This badge, which is going on a leather trench coat that I have of Acheron. Really happy with this material, the material of this and how it's made. Stickers are really well made, really happy. Now, I love all my other Acheron stuff and the music and everything about it, but the lyrics, it's really helped me. Whereas, you know, as a Christian, you would listen to Christian music, and at least you would listen to Christian heavy metal, which I still listen to Christian heavy metal. It's still good music, right? Like Demon Hunter and stuff like that. Some of the older Resurrection Band, that's some old school stuff there. I still like the sound of the music, right? So, and some of the lyrics are still upbeat. I'm not one of these where I say I'm satanic, like you know, anything Christian. No, that's not what it's about for me. Mostly I'm satanic or adversarial only to my own doubts, thoughts, worries, things like that. It's a state of mind, a mind of victory, of accomplishment, a mind of intent. It's a mind that you're adversarial even to your own weaknesses. And that's what I like about Satanism. Luciferianism is more looking into the light. Now, if you are familiar with Rudolf Steiner, who was a mystic in the late 1800s, early 1900s, Rudolf Steiner, he likened Lucifer more to the extreme enlightenment woo-woo. You're almost too spiritual, like some of these Buddhist monks and Hindu monks and some of these New Agers and some of the Christians and people are so woo-woo. And then he likened, Rudolf Steiner used Ahriman, the Satan of Zoroastrianism, and which would be, you know, the adversary or whatever. He used those as archetypes, and even Rudolf Steiner, who really pushed the Christ mind, Christ enlightenment, to him, Lucifer in himself was not bad, nor was Ahriman or Satan was not bad. These are just extremes of the pole, and the Christ mind is actually the meeting of the mind of more of a satanic mindset and a Luciferian mindset, and there is a difference. When you look into the archetype of Lucifer as opposed to Satan, even though the Bible marries the two together at the same time, you know, I don't want to get into all that, but this is more a video of me just celebrating a band that I have discovered. It's been around for years. And like I said, if I had heard about this band years ago, I couldn't listen to them because the lyrics were too satanic and anti-God. Now, another guilty pleasure of mine is, and you'll see it here on this playlist, is I have some albums from a hardcore band called Teardown. And I also have an album by a heavy metal band called Shutdown. Now, Teardown was an RAC band, and so was Shutdown, an RAC band, if you know what RAC music is. Rock Against Communism, aka skinhead music or white power music. Now, I love Shutdown. I love it's my favorite album of all. Sorry, Vincent Crowley. It is my favorite album. Now, Acheron has definitely become one of my very top favorite bands. But if I had only one, it would be Shutdown. I mean, I love Rotting Christ. I love Danzig. I love, you know, all that. But Shutdown just has a sound I really like. Now, what I like about Shutdown is the vocal style. I really appreciate Vincent Crowley's growling, but yet clear vocal style. So I really enjoy that. Now, what I want to get at is that I like shit. I don't care if it's politically incorrect or hurt your feelings. If I fucking like it, I like it. I like certain skinhead music to this day. I still enjoy, even though I'm not in the scene of the white power movement anymore. I still love that. I still love the Totenkopf. I love the runes. I love certain things. There are certain things from that movement that made sense to me to this day, but I also see things a lot differently. Now I'm more interested in just focusing on me and what can I do and become the best person or the Ubermensch that I can become and show myself as the demigod that I believe I and all of us actually are. But anyhow, so I just really like the music. Just want to plug the music. Thank Vince Crowley for what I understand. They're going to be doing some, going back into the studio and recording. I am really looking forward to a song that he's not actually recorded besides a live version of it, is God Can't Save You. As an ex-Christian, I can appreciate that. But because of my journey, my metaphysical journey and going through the things that I went through, where I eventually just walked away from Christianity, Christian identity and Christianity period. Christian identity is a racial Christianity. But Christianity period, and just began to see the Bible as any other thing. It's just a book archetype. Now, I used to say, why would somebody who hates the Bible be a Satanist if they don't believe in the Bible? Or a Luciferian if they don't believe in the Bible, right? Good question. Well, for someone who's an ex-Christian, I can take the so-called bad guy from the book, or the two aspects of the bad guy, Lucifer and Satan. I can take that and invert it, and it helps me. Other than that, if I wasn't a Christian, Satanism wouldn't. It'd be like, why would I really care? It wouldn't be that important to me, if you can understand what I'm saying. So, and Laveyan Satanism, it's not theistic. You don't actually believe in worshiping or being subservient to a demon or a devil or a Satan or a Lucifer that's literal. There are theistic Luciferians and theistic Satanists that believe in that. I don't. But anywho, I just wanted to plug all these cool items and thank my wife for surprising me with the stickers and the badge. And I really enjoy, like I said, I enjoy the I'll be getting this patch sewed on. I really enjoy this sticker here. And like I said, the Totenkopf and the swirl runes on Satanic Supremacy. And by the way, it's one of the first Acheron albums I actually listened to when I came across them on YouTube. And I thought, is this some sort of skinhead music? I thought it was RAC. That's actually how I discovered Vincent Crowley and Acheron, as I seen that album come up. And I was like, is this some sort of RAC music that YouTube is allowing? But anyhow, you can check out the bands I've got, Shut Down and Tear Down, on the same playlist that this video will be in, the music playlist. It's just, to me, it's just music. It's just what I enjoy greatly. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. I will put links underneath here. And music is a big thing for me. I'm one of those that just really, I listen to music and I really get into it. At work, I'll connect to my Bluetooth in my heavy equipment, my loader I operate, and I'll jam music. I'll jam Danzig or Down, or Hank Williams III, or Ozzy Osbourne. And now I listen to Acheron just about every fucking day, at least one song, if not one or two or three fucking albums. I love the music. Some songs I love more than others, but the lyrics really, really hit home for me. And so, thank you to Acheron. Thank you to Vincent Crowley. I'm hoping it's a dream of mine, and my oldest son, who's a metalhead like I am, even more so. He goes to a lot of concerts and stuff. We've got Acheron in our radar, and that's a band that we really, really want to see live, and I want to meet Vincent Crowley. I mean, there's other people I want to meet. I would love to meet Glenn Danzig. I would love to meet Phil Anselmo. There's certain people I would really love to meet and just be able to talk to him for 30 minutes. Vincent Crowley, he's a cool dude. I love the interviews. He always seems like he's a laid-back guy. I really appreciate that he left the Church of Satan because he just couldn't do it. At least that's what I understand from one of the interviews I watched of him. He just couldn't stand this whole wokeness and political correctness shit. That's not what Satanism is. Satanism is about declaring your power and believing whatever it is. Now, if you believe in something that's woke or politically correct, but it's really part of who you are, then that's legitimate. But don't do it because someone else. Following the crowd is not what Satanists are. And Acheron will never be a mainstream band because there's so many metal snobs out there about their music itself, which I think is awesome. But also because of its lyrics and things like that, it will never be a mainstream band. Just like Anton Lavey's Church of Satan, it's never been a mainstream thing. It's not about being mainstream. It's also not about being hot topic type edgy shit. It's not about being that. It's like when I was in the White Power movement, I got all these, politically incorrect tattoos and, wore politically incorrect t-shirts and buttons and stickers and flags and flew such flags and things like that. I didn't give a fuck. I followed what I truly believed in. And that's what we need in this world is everyone just, you're not trying to push your beliefs on anyone else, and you're not going to allow nobody else to put their fucking beliefs on you. You just simply seek out what your purpose in this life is, and you go in that direction. But I just wanted to make this video, whether anybody watches it or not, it's not important to me. Vincent Crowley, if you do watch it, hell Satan, thank you for your music, dude. I hope one day to be able to meet you, shake your hand, and listen to you and your band rock out. Again, it's not about being, I don't even have a big channel. I'm not interested in being YouTube famous. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't monetize my videos. I don't have open comments because I don't want to hear what strangers and zeros and ones, bots, what they got to say. I put stuff out there. If you want to watch it, enjoy it. You don't have to comment, thumb it up, thumb it down. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just being myself. You have to, it's basically will to power simply means not forcing things, just being your true authentic self. That's the true will to power. So until next time, check out Acheron if you like heavy metal. Other than that, hell Satan. Live your fucking life.